Welcome to IT Handy Guide tutorial. My name is Kevin. In this tutorial, we are going to install XAMPP. Okay, so in here, if you go to these two links, the first one is the English one, the second one is the Chinese one. You can go to the English one and click what's included. So here will tell you this one including a patch 2.4 and 0.53 MariaDB. Look at that, this is a MariaDB, not MySQL. Okay, so I type to here that including MariaDB, not MySQL. Again, the first X means Windows, but nobody care about this anymore because no matter it's a Mac, XAMPP or XAMPP, that actually can install both to Windows operation system or Mac operation system. It doesn't really matter. So nobody care about the X or M, doesn't really matter. Okay, the first A means a patch. The M is a MariaDB, it's not MySQL. Next one is the PHP, and next one is Per. And you don't have to worry about Per because even though you don't install Per, you still can you still can do your PHP website. Okay. Next one, when you install XAMPP, if you are using Windows, you might get the following message, this message. Okay. And because of Windows has user control or user account control. What is user account control? This one. Okay, this is a user account control, UAC. So if you move to here, and that means the Windows will not ask you yes or no anymore. Okay, but we normally use the default setting. That means when we try to install some kind of software, they always pop out a window and say, are you sure you want to do this? You press yes. And this is the default setting. Okay. Because Windows have a UAC, it reminds you don't install XAMPP into this folder. Okay, into this folder. Because this folder doesn't have the right permission, doesn't really have a right permission. If you use the normal, okay, if you don't use the administrator role to get into this this folder, you won't be able to have a right permission. However, you don't have to worry about this anymore because since version 8 of XAMPP, they automatically install XAMPP into C drive. Okay, but previously they installed to the program file, so sometimes it causes trouble. But since version 8, they automated to install this folder, so you don't have to worry about this message anymore. It will not get into the trouble. So in this case, I'm going to install XAMPP. Okay. So what I have done is I just press yes. That is because in a UAC, I use the default setting, this one. I use the default setting. So that's the reason it will pop out window and ask me yes or no. Okay, in this case, it reminds me this. That means it reminds me don't install the XAMPP into the C program file folder, okay? Because I don't have a right permission. You don't have to worry about this anymore. You press OK. And then you can go to next. Alright, in this step, you have to look at this. Well, in here, let's say this is the MySQL, but the truth is this is a MariaDB. Okay. The first A is a patch, and M is a MariaDB, and then PHP and Per. So this one is Per, P-E-R-L, Per. Okay, even though we can see this is a MySQL over here, okay, but the truth is that is a MariaDB. In summary, MySQL is under Oracle. The reason to use the MariaDB is to get out from under Oracle. It's easy to migrate from MySQL to MariaDB without modifying application and or dropping requirements or vice versa. Okay, so you just need to press next. All right, over here, look at that. Since version 8 of XAMPP, they start to install XAMPP into the C drive directly. Okay, they don't install XAMPP into the program file folder anymore. So you don't have to worry about the warning message anymore. So you can go to next. So here you can select your language. I always select English. I press next. I press next. And you can just next start to install the XAMPP. Okay. It will open the Bitnami website to tell you some information, but you don't have to read it, be honest with you. It just tell you, oh, XAMPP can do this, XAMPP can do that, but you don't have to worry about this. You can just close it. It will take a very long while to install, like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, doesn't really matter, to install MySQL, to install Apache, MariaDB. It's not MySQL, MariaDB and the PHP directly. Alright, so during the installation, they will install Apache. So when it installs Apache, they will ask you to allow access. You just need to press this one. Okay, and then once you install that, you will be able to see XAMPP in the program file, which is over here. You will see XAMPP somewhere. Okay, and then it will install XAMPP into the C drive directly. Okay, here are everything in the XAMPP. Okay, so at the moment I just need to wait until it finishes. Over here, you just need to press finish and press allow access. Okay, so it will start to open the XAMPP control panel, but you close that one again, go to the start, right click, go to mode, and run as administrator. Press yes. Okay, so over here you have just installed XAMPP. So you press F5, you'll be able to see the XAMPP is in a program file. If you go to the C drive, which is over here, that is the XAMPP we have just installed. Okay, so in this case, it doesn't install Apache and MySQL. Here is actually the MariaDB. Okay, so I'm going to install Apache service and the MySQL service. I just press that one, press yes. I press this one, press yes. So you will see, install service. So what does that mean? If you go to Service Manager, and then you will see this. Alright, so this is Apache. You can start Apache in the XAMPP control panel. And you also can, if you start Apache, you press F5 over here, you will see this is running. And if you stop, okay, it will also stop. So you can start and stop the Apache service by clicking this button in the XAMPP control panel. Or you can go to the Service Manager, right click Apache and press start. So you press stop, it's also running. You can also stop over here. Okay, so let me start the Apache. Same as MySQL, because they install the service, the Apache service and the MySQL service into a Service Manager. So you can start MySQL or you can stop MySQL over Service Manager. Okay, in this case, I'm going to start the MySQL. Alright, so that's all. In this section, I'm going to discuss the Apache configuration file. If you install Apache directly, then you will be able to find your configuration file in C drive Apache 24 config and http://conf. And in this case, if you go to http-t, and this one will test the Apache configuration file to display the error message. In this case, check the server name, blah blah blah. You don't have to worry about this because we actually install Apache file the XAMPP. So you need to see the 1.2. 1.1 is just to let you know if you install Apache directly what will happen. But because we install Apache file XAMPP, so here is the configuration file. Okay, so I need to go to C drive XAMPP Apache config over here. HTTP CONF, which is this one. So this is my Apache configuration file. Okay, so in this case, if you install, let me have a look. All right, so in this case, you need to search the server name. So we can see my server name is localhost and semicolon 80, okay, which is port 80. All right, so if I go to CMD, if I open the command line, what will happen is, firstly, I need to go to Apache bin, because in the Apache bin, there's a file, it's called httpd, so I can run this command. Okay, so http-t will test for Apache configuration file to display the error message. At the moment, there's no error, so it just display syntax okay. However, if I install Apache directly, the default value is this one. So it actually doesn't have this line. This is the command mark. Okay, so if you have the hash in the front, that means you can the program will ignore this line. This is just a command. Okay, so in this case, if I have hash over here, that means I didn't set out the server name. So every time when you change Apache, okay, every time when you change Apache, you have to restart your Apache service. Okay, you can press start and stop. You can press stop and start in here, but I normally just like to right click here and say restart straight away. Okay, so if I type httpd-t again, it will tell me my server name have some problem. Okay, so in this case, if I set out the server name and point to a local host and port 80, what will happen is I restart the Apache again. It will tell me the syntax okay. Oh, this syntax okay. All right. It's because when you install XAMPP, they actually have a lot of default settings, and one of the default settings is the server name is localhost and port 80. Okay, so this is what's going on in a XAMPP. Okay, I hope you enjoy my tutorial. Have a good day.